I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with a 3-minute cattle market update for Wednesday, August the 26th, where I guess we have to talk about this bloodbath that happened on Monday. It's true that the cattle futures tend to follow the stock market, but it shouldn't be directly related. But you know, the stock market fell so hard on Friday and then fell so hard again on Monday, being down over 1,000 points at one point. And the cattle futures were down just as hard, really, on the out fronts on the feeder cattle especially, but both down hard on Friday and Monday, and just really took a bunch off. We did find some support kind of on Tuesday here, but and the feeder cattle futures were actually higher. Live cattle were higher early, and then they kind of fell back at the end and closed lower. But it does seem like maybe we found some support here middle of the week, although we've lost a ton of ground. Live cattle futures for Tuesday closed at 141.70. December and February are both higher than October, and that's what I quoted to you there because that's where most of the play is. Feeder cattle were for September was up 132 at 199.40, which is over 10 bucks lower than what the August is, and then they fade on from there. But cash markets, Oklahoma City at 7,600 head. They called their feeder steers $3 to $8 lower, but feeder heifers and calves they called $10 to $15 lower, and really took a hunk out. Joplin only had 3,700 head. They called yearlings 5 to 10 lower and calves 10 to 20. But the calves are taking the brunt of this because we know that there's a world of calves coming down the line, and there's not that many yearlings left. So the yearlings should kind of hold their own, although we've lost $10. We probably lost $20 or $30 from the high that we had back in June there. But still, the yearlings are the most demanded right now. But 5 area weighted average on the fed cattle last week had a big movement for now, these times now, 97,200 negotiated sales. That's nearly 3 times what it was a week earlier when it was a higher market. Of course, they're going to try to buy all they can when it crashes. But your steer weighted average was on a live basis 147.19. That's $3.43 lower than the week before. Your dressed average on a steer was 232.62, which was down 5.82 from the previous week. Beef movement was better last week than we really thought it was. When the weeklies come in this Monday, we did see an improved movement of beef, and that includes exports were higher than we thought and a pretty good movement there. So cold storage report come out though last week and said that we have a lot more beef in storage than we thought, and that's because all the beef they're importing, it's in cold storage. Cattle on feed was pretty much what they thought it was. Placements were a little bit bullish, coming in below 100%, and expectations were almost 101, but that didn't really matter after the big bloodbath we took on Monday. Look at Cattle Market Central, some cash markets here on Tuesday. Phillips, South Dakota sold 906-pound steers at 207. Winter Livestock in La Junta, Colorado sold 900-pound steers at 196.85. That was both right after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Bluegrass in Lexington sold a load of 900-pound steers at only 187. I realize the market's a little cheaper there, but I think the main reason was because those cattle were sold at 8:30 in the morning before the board opened, and we saw some support later in the day. So that's 3 minutes, and we'll talk to you on Friday.